Welcome in, everybody, to our first college live action of the year. College tennis is back, folks. I'm your host, Chris Halioris. I'll be with you for the featured matches today from the ITA 2025 All-American Championships, starting off with the women here at Cary Tennis Park in Cary, North Carolina, our featured match this morning. It's going to be your 5 seed, Maria Sholokhova from the University of Wisconsin, taking on Mert from the University of Georgia. Sholokhova here on the near side, white top, black bottoms. The right-hander, it's the lefty on the far side. Mert, Ice as the teammates call her. In the red, black top, red bottoms for Georgia. Here they've got 2 minutes left in warm-ups before we get underway. Mentioned Sholokhova coming in as the 5 seed. It was the preseason rankings that were used to seed things here. Listen to the chair intros here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first round match will be the best of 3 tie-break sets using no ad scoring. To the left of the chair from Georgia, Mert. To the right of the chair from Wisconsin.
A reminder, we are using both sites, the men's and women's here. Tulsa for the men, Cary here for the women. We're using the electronic line calling. It was a pilot on, I believe, 4 courts in Tulsa last year and not in use at Cary. Some advancements made this year, so that'll be present on all our courts. A reminder of how that works. The players are going to get 3 challenges in each set. They don't carry over. If you use a challenge and you are correct, you don't lose it. If you challenge and you're wrong, you do. Chairs can still overrule calls, and then players can challenge that overrule if they like. Can't use a challenge to verify a call. You've got to be challenging to overturn something. Mention those preseason rankings being used to seed the tournaments here. Sholokhova, the 5 seed, comes in number 8 in the preseason rankings. Obviously, not everybody playing the All-Americans. Her opponent, Mert here from Georgia, coming in number 28 in the preseason rankings. These 2 players both finished last year in the top 50. Sholokhova finished the season number 12 last year. Mert right on that 50 spot. It'll be Sholokhova to start things off here for us. Sholokhova thought she might have had an ace. But not going to waste one of those 3 challenges on the first point of the match. Little slow start here, a double fault and a missed return, so yet to get a rally going. Early morning match here. Again, this is the first round of the main draw. These All-American Championships, full week-long, plus more than a week-long event. Started off with pre-qualifying. Talk a little bit about that as the day goes on. Ah, beautiful forehand down the line from Sholokhova there. You see why she comes in so highly touted. Sholokhova, senior for Wisconsin this year. Mert, a junior. Mert and her Georgia Bulldogs coming off the NCAA title, team title last year in Waco, knocking off Texas A&M 4-0 in the final. And Icicle Mert was an absolute gamer in that final. If you caught any of that, she was squared off against Lulu Perez for Texas A&M, and Mert playing on basically one leg. Good to see her without the big sleeve on the leg this year. She was up, I believe, 7-6, 5-all maybe, just battling it out on one leg, trying to stay on court just in case she was needed. In the end, she wasn't. There's a missed return into the forehand of Mert. Quite the resume for Mert and her non-freshman Georgia teammates, I'll say. We'll get into that. But she won the NCAA doubles title as a freshman with Dasha Vidmanova. Ah, beautiful forehand winner from Sholokhova. Take another look at that one here. Goes right back behind Mert. She can't change directions quick enough to get there. And Sholokhova takes the opening game with a hold. Mentioned Mert won that 2024 NCAA doubles title with Dasha Vidmanova her freshman season. Had two championships, if you will, in 2024, as that was the first year of piloting the individual championships last year. That was in the fall. So we had our individual championships for the 23-24 season in May. That was in Stillwater, where Mert and Vidmanova won the doubles title. And then we turned around in the fall in November down in Waco and had our individuals for the 24-25 season. We'll do that again this year. Those individual NCAA championships going to be in Orlando, USTA National Tennis Center in November, just before Thanksgiving this year. Talk about that team makeup for Mert and her Bulldogs this year. Going to be probably the most challenging in the early tenure for Drake Bernstein as the Georgia head coach. There's a nice serve and an ace for Ice to make it 30-love. Bernstein certainly inherited and had a lot of talent on that roster that he has helped build after he took the reins over from Jeff Wallace. But this year, quite the mix. I believe, I'll have to look to make sure, but I think 5 freshmen and 4 seniors on the roster. So a big mix. diversity and experience for the team. They're definitely looking forward to the return of Alexandra Vecic this year. Believe that was wide. Indeed it was. And so it's a hold at love for Mert to make it 1-all. But those seniors for the Bulldogs. Vecic, who was out last year, injured. Rojas Lapata and Haley Gaudet make up that senior class. And then 5 freshmen coming in. That was a beautiful return from Mert down the line. Caught Sholokhova a little. Won't necessarily say out of position, but not anticipating quickly enough where that ball was going. Mert gives that one a really good look. Decides to not make a call, which by default means the ball was good. It's definitely been interesting for these players. When utilizing the electronic line calling, we saw it more so because we had 4 courts in the All-Americans for the men last year. Have to say, it definitely seems to make it a little cleaner because they're no longer, nice backhand there from Sholokhova, no longer appealing to a chair umpire who, especially on far sidelines like that, honestly has a very tough time making any sort of call. If a ball's within an inch of the line, chair can't legitimately expect to see that far sideline. Now they know they're just dependent on what the camera says, and they also know that early in these sets, when you only get 3 challenges a set, you don't want to waste them too early, so certainly may see a little more leniency in letting the balls go, playing it as you should. That's a quick hold for Sholokhova, so 3 holds to start us off here. As the week goes on, we'll get some graphics for you, but you can see in our bottom graphic on the screen now that mentions part of the path to the NCAA tournament. You can see it very bottom of the white banner on your screen. It says 10 NCAA singles qualifiers, 4 NCAA doubles qualifiers. And so if you're asking what that means, last year we converted over to a qualification system for the NCAA individual tournament. It's a win your way in, and that's it. If you don't win your way in, you don't get in, which was not the case in the past. And so there are 3 ways to win your way in, and it starts here this week in Cary for the women, where we'll be giving out 10 passes into the NCAA Singles Championship. Those 10 passes will go to the 8 quarterfinalists and your 2 backdraw finalists, which I think a lot of people love, really putting an emphasis on playing out that consolation. So if you lose your first match, you play that consolation out and not just withdraw, as we've seen so much of in the past. Another good forehand from Sholokhova. We've seen winners off of both wings for her now. So not so sure that Mert necessarily knows if there's a weak side to be picking on or not. More likely just stop leaving the ball short and chest to shoulder high inside the baseline. And that's deep. Went for a little extra. You heard it and saw it. Didn't want to leave a short ball, soft one for Sholokhova to pick on. And so first little spot of trouble on serve for either player here. Love 30 for Mert at 1-2. Sorry about that. Wrong button click. That's on me. Get a quick view at court 6, though. Mert back from love 40 to 30-40. Tempting to get your court volume up. It was a little low. Got that done while inadvertently showing you a second of court 6 action. So now we get all the way back from love 40 to deuce. It'll be a deciding point here. Sholokhova gets to choose her side. If you're new to college tennis, no lets, no adds, as I like to say. You play the serves off the net if that happens. There is no deuce. Receiver gets to choose. Sholokhova choosing to take this one in the deuce court. Ah, great point from Sholokhova, fighting off that good wide forehand from Mert, and she gets the first break of the match. She'll take a 3-1 lead. Again, I said we'll get those graphics up for the rest of the week for you, but mentioned the 10 singles qualifiers here. Your other two chances to qualify as the fall season goes on here are going to be the regional championships, 13 regions, and then there are 4 sectionals, which is your last chance. Actually, I take that back. There's also the ITA Masters, so 4 shots, 4 places you can qualify. But that's it. You've got to win your way into the NCAA championships. Oh, I think Mert hit that one as if she thought the ball was long or going to be long. Just sort of blocked it back like she thought it was going out, and it did not. So Sholokhova, 30-love start into trying to consolidate that break. Sholokhova, 19-2 in singles last year for the Badgers. Obviously, first team Big Ten selection, although that's some pretty big honors considering players you had in the Big Ten. Easy love hold, and Sholokhova takes the 4-1 lead. Sholokhova, your defending women's All-American champion. That's what earned her her ticket into the NCAAs. Last year. It was a good fall for her. She was 9-3 in singles, 9-2 in doubles. Last fall, trying to get off to that kind of start again.
Time.
Sholokhova, the lone senior on the Wisconsin roster this year, so their top and number one player are going to be their leader, both in experience and level. See what she can do. Not quite the makeup that they've got on Mert's team, where they've got 5 freshmen, just 2 incoming freshmen right now. For the Badgers, Urbanova, freshman out of the Czech Republic, and Isui from Wisconsin. Sholokhova, the lone Badger, in the main draw here. Mert has a couple of teammates. Sophia Rojas making it into the main draw for Georgia, returner from last year's championship team. And then one of the nice surprises so far for them, Denise Dilek, a countrywoman of Mertz from Turkey, making her way all the way through into the main draw. Freshman. That return just long from Sholokhova as Mert tries to stop the little 3-game run of Sholokhova here. Only a single break. that's how you stop that momentum, if you will. A quick hold for Mert. Now let's see if she can apply some pressure. Has yet to put any pressure on the Sholokhova service game. That's about as much pressure as she's been able to put. Had a couple love 15 starts that Sholokhova's then easily fought off. See if Mert can find her way into a game here on the Sholokhova serve. Yeah, I got away with the first one. Not going to get away with the second. As Mert popped that short ball up. And Sholokhova didn't quite make her pay for it on the first one, but Mert popped another one up. And you saw Sholokhova able to take just a quick peek to see which side Mert was going to cover. She covered forehand, so Sholokhova just sent the ball down the line, open court. Just wide, like the previous time. Mert got the first point. Sholokhova's got herself back out in front. You see the frustration just starting to mount a little for Mert as she just can't make any headway yet. Now there's a good forehand down the line. The problem is it's been high risk, high reward so far for Mert. She hasn't been able to put enough of those together to really make a run. Sholokhova may be pushing herself towards a time warning here. Spent quite a bit of time toweling off, leaving that ball at the net, going to get it now. No warning or no time violation called. Oh, such great depth from Sholokhova. Two balls that look back to back like they might have skid off the line or very close on that baseline there. And if that's going to be the case, there's nothing you can expect to do. Sholokhova is going to put balls that deep. All you're trying to do is keep them in. So it's 5-2. Sholokhova here in set number 1. Yet to have any of our challenges. We're nearing the tail end of the set. think the overrules system might be not sure if that's the same as they played last year in Tulsa for the men, but your overrule system, the standard overrule system that we had in play last year, first overrule, whether that's from the chair or the ELC, is the one freebie you get. After that, you're into the point penalty system and code violations. Oh, and a double fault to start this service game for Icicle Mert. Follows it up with an ace. And it's been that sort of morning so far, 7 games in for Icicle Mert. Kind of the hit or miss, all or nothing, high risk, high reward, and it's been just not steady enough yet. It was a miss there from Sholokhova, but you can see why it's been so tough for Mert to make any headway. The defense counterpunching and the depth on those balls from Sholokhova, she just isn't giving Mert any good chance to do anything, and it's forcing Mert into pressing a little. Maybe going for just a little too much off the forehand, and so far it's worked. Mert's going to want that one back for sure. And you saw the way Sholokhova came in, hit that sort of slice side spin forehand and promptly retreated to the baseline. I won't be terribly surprised after seeing that if we don't now, at some point here, see Mert throw a few drop shots in just to try to bring Sholokhova in. Clearly she wants to stay at the baseline. That's a great body backhand serve there. Right at the chest of Sholokhova. It's going to be a deuce deciding point. Set point now here for Sholokhova. Missed the return, not the way she wanted to attack that set point, but it's a hold. For Mert, Sholokhova going to be forced to try and serve it out. You saw that one just land in, and Sholokhova looked up. Looked as if she's not the one with the 5-3 lead, as she looked up and just dropped the head. Like, really? Are you kidding me? Kind of the reaction you'd expect from Mert at this point, who can't seem to buy anything. Just too good from Sholokhova. Probably won't catch it all on the replay, but that first ball, yeah, we missed the first one, and that was the second into the other corner, and it draws the easy. Great patience from her, working corner to corner, deep balls. But she sent that first one deep into the backhand corner of Mert. Got a short ball, didn't try to put too much on it, just put it deep into the forehand corner, put her on the run. Got the short swinging volley at the service line for the winner. 2 points from the first set. I mean, what is Mert supposed to do? Every one of those balls from Sholokhova so deep. It's the kind of game that's going to... I mean, there's really nothing you can do, but you're not willing to accept that there's nothing you can do, and so it starts to force you into trying to do things that you shouldn't be really trying. At this point, Mert's got to try to wait it out if she can. Not what you want to hear. Maybe minor adjustments, but Sholokhova just playing exceptionally well right now. Sholokhova thought that might have been the set. Serve missed. Mert gonna take her time moving the ball out of the way, so it'll be a second serve on set point here for Sholokhova. A double fault. Sholokhova's yet to face a break point in the match here. Mert needs this one to force the first on a deciding set point. But still 2 set points here. And we'll see if maybe, as Mert would be hoping, maybe there's just a little bit of tightness here for Sholokhova trying to close it out. I doubt it, but let's see. Looked like Sholokhova corrected herself there. She thought that ball was sailing wide, put the finger up, and then changed her mind. Said, nope, that ball was good. So it is the first break point of the set in the match for Mert on the Sholokhova serve. So break point for Mert to get back on serve, a set point. set point number 4 for Sholokhova. And now we get to see if there's any nerves. Second serve on deuce here. It's a break for Icicle Mert. And she can sense the frustration. She saw Sholokhova send that ball into the windscreen in the back. Possibly pushing the limits of her chair umpire here for a ball abuse violation. Wasn't bad. But you never know what the mood of that chair official is. And after she did that, you heard the roar from Mert sort of piling on. So from a break point at 5-2, a deciding set point for Sholokhova that Mert fought off, and then from 40-15 on her own serve at 5-3, Mert breaks, and all of a sudden we're back on serve. Now let's see if Mert can consolidate that one and get to 5-all. The junior from Istanbul. Good start. Oh, well done there. Mert goes back behind Sholokhova, who was eager to get back in the middle of the court. Behind her, wrong-footed, or nothing she could do, and it's love now. You can hear action from the other courts. We got action all around now. Our first challenge coming. And the challenge works for Icicle Mert. So she's still got all three challenges. As that That's now an overrule on Sholokhova as well. And there's a hold.
Georgia, 5 games all.
So a big shift in momentum here. Mert from 5-2 down makes it 5-all. Wins her first challenge, putting the overrule on Sholokhova, who now would be in danger of giving up a point on another one of those. Well done. Sholokhova needing to put a stop to this momentum run here for Mert. Grabs the first point. 12 courts of action right now here at Cary. If you want to catch the cross-court cast with Alex Gruskin, you can tune in as he's got action from everywhere, men's and women's. All the courts jumping around. I'll have your featured matches. There's a good 30 love start here for Sholokhova, our featured matches. Each day, starting off today here. With Sholokhova and Mert, our featured men's match going to be 1:30 Central, 2:30. I'll say not before 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern. Going to be Top Nidden Johnson of Princeton and Kenta Miyoshi from the University of Illinois. Miyoshi really come on in the last year, and he's your 4 seed in the men's draw. Serve deep, that Illinois team for the men. We'll talk about that at the time. That's going to be a fun one to watch with the addition of Gabriel DeBrew this year. Got to be a one and doneer, you would think. Just missed. Did that forehand from Sholokhova, but good spot to take a shot on that. And that's a hold for Sholokhova, so she does indeed stop that 3-game run. So each player's had a 3-game run here in the first set with a break sandwiched between a couple holds, and we're on serve at 5-6. It'll be Mert trying to serve to get us to a tie break. Take a quick look around at some scores around the ground here in Cary. Angiobi Kajuru, the Oklahoma State transfer, now at North Carolina. 6-1, 4-1 over Reese Miller of Michigan. Reese Brantmeyer, her teammate, a 6-4 first set over Ohio State's Nao Nishino. Believe the score is reversed here on the court 12, as I believe Luciana Perry for Ohio State took the set 6-2 over Monica Ekstrand for Stanford. It's Layla Bridez Risso from Tennessee, 6-2 over Scarlett Nicholson from Georgia Tech. Unmang, 6-4 over Arena Ballas of Duke. And the shocker so far to me, top seed DJ Bennett drops a 6-2 first set to Savannah Dada Mascoli of Appalachian State. Mascol. Ashton Bowers. Interesting story there. A 6-2 first set over Aslam Uslu of Virginia Tech. Bowers transferring from Texas to Auburn, where she had originally committed and decommitted before going to Texas. Get to the other three here. Between points. So a challenge here from Sholokhova. And the call stands. So one challenge gone, but again, those are per set. So at 6-5, not a bad place to use it. That serve clipped the net, but again, no lets. Gabby Broadfoot of NC State drops a 6-2 set to Leonie Moeller of Memphis. My Lily Jones score just disappeared, so can't give you that one. Carolina Gomez Alonzo of Arkansas, 6-4 over Vlaga of Penn. And now the slightest bit of pressure coming. Couldn't tell if Mert challenged that, but the ball landed so softly you could tell it was wide. Good serve there from Mert. Draws the long backhand return from Sholokhova for 30-all. And there it is. Lily Jones of Michigan dropped the first set 6-2 to Lavina Tanasi of NC State. See if we've got a challenge coming here. Nope, doesn't look like it. That return was long. You saw the chair even waiting to call the score, looking to see if there was going to be a challenge coming from Sholokhova. It was not. Oh, we might see a challenge here. No challenge. And it's going to be set point number 5 for Sholokhova now. On a deuce deciding point off the serve of Icicle Mert. See her cheating well in here. Second serve coming. Sholokhova looking for that forehand. just wide. And it's a set.
Wisconsin 7 games to 5 falls in.
So just as Mert did to Sholokhova to get back on serve, Sholokhova returns the favor and takes the first set 7-5. Little tough to tell from our vantage point who's who, but I believe that that's Chaps talking to Mert here. That's associate head coach Jared Chaplin, who I refer to as Chaps coaching staff for Georgia. Head coach Drake Bernstein, associate head coach Jared Chaplin, assistant coach Will Reynolds. Process of elimination for me as almost undoubtedly see the ponytail of Reynolds with blonde hair. It's not Bernstein's stature, so it's got to be Chaps. Sholokhova can get a little advice as well. From her head coach Mert there. Neither player electing to take their extended restroom break here, so we'll have a pretty quick turn. Into the second set. And the chair asking Sholokhova to fix the electronic scoreboard on the side there, telling her the buttons are on the side there. She's got it straightened out. To be honest, I hadn't even seen that scoreboard on the side. So after the break to take the opening set, Sholokhova will start us off serving here in the second set. New balls. You hear the chair announce. Ball changes on the sets in college tennis, unlike the pros where you see them change after the first 7 games and then every 9 thereafter. Here it's just each set, so by the end of a set, those balls can be pretty worn down. Be interesting to hear some of the players come out of the week this week and their thoughts. Last year there was a lot of talk about the Dunlop balls outdoors being a really tough grind after a little while. Wow, Sholokhova using a challenge here on the second point of the set on a serve, no less. So 1 challenge gone as that call's confirmed. Odd choice there from Sholokhova. Really scratching my head at that one. You take the first set, you're 15 love on the first game of the second, and you choose to challenge a serve. Nonetheless, she's up a set, 7-5 is Sholokhova here, 15 all. Wasn't sure that ball was Gonna land in or not? A beautiful. Get a look at this forehand here. Ah. And that's the depth she's had all match. Has made it so tough for Mert. And it felt like that was the difference that allowed Mert to get back in it. She wasn't so deadly with the depth. Gave Mert some fighting chances. Oh, and you heard that on a court next door. Said Memphis was retiring against NC State, so that had to be Leonie Moeller against Gabriella Broadfoot of NC State. Moeller had won the first set for Memphis. So very unfortunate there. You can see that on the court next door. And you can see Moeller still down on the court. Coach is with her on the far side. Court to the left of us. I think I have the wrong score here as well. I apologize, I did. It was 40-15. Sholokhova gets the hold. Scoreboard's a little cut off. We'll get that fixed and squared away for you here momentarily. Again, if you're tuning in for the full day, we'll have this match here on this stream, and then it'll be a not before 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central start for Nidin Johnson and Miyoshi from Tulsa for the men. In between, hop over and catch Alex Gruskin on the cross-court cast. But don't give him too much love. Come back and join me for the featured men's match later. Ah, that was a nice forehand from Ice there down the line. Get another look at that. Serve +1, not your ideal +1, as she was a good 10 feet behind the baseline. Nonetheless, too much pace on that for Sholokhova to do anything with it. And Ice squares it up at 1 apiece here in the second, same way we started the first. This is the exact same cycle as we ended up. Sholokhova serving first, 3 straight holds, and then it was Sholokhova to get the first break to take a 3-1 and eventually 4-1 lead after a hold. Great inside out, or inside in, excuse me, forehand down the line there. Just getting that short ball. Take another look at that one. You see Mert pops that up well inside that service box, and 9 times out of 10, Sholokhova's putting that away for a clean winner, as she did there. Been the key for Sholokhova all match, her depth and pace, even when she's not getting it deep, she's usually hitting enough pace that it's hard to attack. And again, and then you see Mert saying, look, you can't, what are you doing? You can't do that. You're just popping the ball up 15 feet in the air, service line area. Of course she's going to hit a winner. I agree, Ice. Stop doing that. Easier said than done. Sholokhova just keeps that pressure on you. And there you saw exactly what we're talking about. That ball wasn't the deep ball, but it had the pace, and it looked like it skid. Might have even caught that service line. Who knows? But it stayed low, forcing the long return from Mert. And so just as we started the first set, we start the second. 3 straight holds with Mert coming up to serve at 1-2, and this is the point she was broken in the first set. See if she puts that one out of her mind and can find a way to keep this set on serve for now. Starting to get midway to deep second sets at a lot of courts around the grounds. I'm working off the scoreboards, so you have to forgive me if any of them are wrong. The only reason I say that is Alex Gruskin has told me that on his stream from watching the matches that Luciana Perry won the first set 6-2 over Monica Ekstrand, but the scoreboard shows the opposite. Hopefully none of the others are the same. But I'll keep you posted if anybody looks like they're up. Danger of putting a match out. 2 completed matches so far. Oh, that was going to be a beautiful pass had it found its way over. But it didn't. Those 2 completed matches. Angie Obi Kajuru, North Carolina. A quick one over Reese Miller of Michigan. And then you heard on the court next to us there on court 8 next door, it was a retirement from Leonie Moeller of Memphis. giving Gabriella Broadfoot of NC State the win. So Broadfoot and Kajuru.
Georgia's challenging the call on the right near side service line. The ball was called out.
And now we've got Mert challenging a service call. I never heard the either she elected not to challenge or the response came. I didn't hear him. Did not hear our chair confirm it. Looks like he did because he says 2 challenges remaining. So both players now 2 challenges remaining this set. And again, Sholokhova's got 1 overrule against her so far. Backhand winner for Mert to get back to 15-30 here. And now, Mert in danger of going exactly the way the first set went here. As it's going to be 3 break chances for Sholokhova to take a 3-1 break lead. It was a great serve tee. Not sure if Sholokhova's challenging this. The call was out. Nope, not challenging. So 30-40 for Mert. Oh, beautiful.
Deciding point, receiver's choice.
Look at this. Wide serve. Sholokhova couldn't reach it. So Mert gets it back to deuce. If you remember in the first set, it was love 40 to deuce before she was broken. Here it's 15-40 to deuce. And it's a huge hold from Icicle Mert. From 15-40, she holds for 2-all. And you see just a little bit of difference there as it wasn't Sholokhova dictating the point with depth and pace. It looked for a moment mid-point there like it was going to be as Mert threw up that high topspin forehand looper deep. And it looked like maybe Sholokhova was going to be able to start to dictate, but she couldn't really handle that one well. Just sort of sent a floater back. And it was Mert who put the foot on the gas pedal again. Little more aggressiveness there from Mert. Definitely what's keeping her in this. Keeping Sholokhova off of being the dictator. And that called a double fault
Left service line, the ball was called out.
by Mert, and it's going to be a challenge, the second, for Sholokhova.
Ball stands.
And it was deep, so a double fault for Sholokhova to make it love 30, and she's now down to one challenge.
Love 40.
And you see Sholokhova. Not sure if this is just a mental reset here. Not happy with that ball into the net. She immediately just dropped. Looked like she was just trying to gather her composure here after letting Mert dig out of a 15-40 hole to hold. She's now love 40 on her own service game is Sholokhova. So that's 6 straight points for Mert. She lets that ball sit right at the side. That's dangerous placement. And into the net.
Georgia leads 3 games to 2, second set.
And it's a break for Icicle Mert. 7 points in a row is the run for Mert. See if we can get a quick look around at some scores now.
Time.
Looks like Ashton Bowers took her match over Aslan Muslu. Lily Jones, Lavina Tanasi finished. I don't remember who won the first set there, and it's not showing a score. Shows completed. DJ Bennett comes back to split sets with Dada Maskell from Appalachian State. That one called deep by Mert. You see Sholokhova looking, not sure if she is questioning the call and just afraid to use her last challenge or not. But now, tough spot for her. She really doesn't want to use that last challenge for sure. It was Ashton Bowers, 6'2", 6'3". It was Lavina Tanasi of NC State, also 6'2", 6'3". Over Lily Jones of Michigan. So tough day for the Wolverines to start the morning as Reese Miller goes down 1 and 2 to Kajuru, and Jones goes down 2 and 3 to Tanasi. Oh, that was beautiful placement Sholokhova on that cross court. All of a sudden, everybody's running into tough service games. The let court serve from Mert. She follows it in. The forehand winner to make it 30 all. So we had at 1-2, Mert comes back from 15-40 to hold for 2 all. Sholokhova gets broken at love for 2-3. Tough game on the server, and now Mert from 15-30 to 30 all here. Mert looked like she had given up on that ball midway through the rally that caught the net. She thought was going to be in the net and cleared it. So now a couple break points for Sholokhova to put us right back on serve. And that will do it. The miss. Mert's looking at it like she didn't know it was 30-40. Oh, I'm not sure which point she thought went the wrong way. She either lost track of score or thought one of the points was hers that wasn't. Mert can't believe that that was game, so it's 3 all. So back-to-back breaks, and Mert starts the first point on the Sholokhova serve here. And love 30, so servers having a tough go of it here last 3 games. Mert, again, did manage to find her way to a hold from 15-40 at 1-2, but to make it 2 all, then back-to-back breaks, and now love 30 start for Mert. Sholokhova service game here, and you can hear a very loud overhead plane. Oh, just wide.
predictable. Come on.
You heard Mert talking to herself right under the camera there. She said, "You're going too predictable. Come on." Interesting that she's talking to herself in English and not Turkish. So from love 30 to 40-30, Sholokhova trying to dig her way out of a tough spot here. Now we got a big point coming here. 3-all deuce. It's a winner for ITA Mert. And it's now 3 straight breaks, and Sholokhova still standing at the baseline. Take one more look at that one. And there's the winner, back behind Sholokhova for Mert. And Mert very slow to, Sholokhova very slow to even make her way over to the bench. Really tough to tell with her if this is just mental and she's extremely frustrated with the way things are going at the moment, or if she is for any reason hurt or tired. You can see it while we're on changeover to the court to the left of us, what ought to be a very interesting match. You see head coach Per Nilsson of Florida there. It's going to be his player Gabby Paskowskis, an NC State transfer this year, taking on Anna Ziranova, an NC State player. So 2 teammates from last year squaring off against each other over on court 8, just to the left of us. But for now, it'll be Mert serving up a break at 4-3 here. Looked like, yeah, she's just moving the towel from behind over to the side. Reese Brantmeyer, 6-4, 6-4 win for North Carolina over Ohio State's now Nishino. And another tough start for the server here. We've had 3 straight breaks. Sholokhova looking to try to make it 4. Luciana Perry of Ohio State, 2 and 3 over Stanford's Monica Ekstrand. Those your completed matches so far with the others we mentioned earlier. Sholokhova back with that heavy ball deep, working well. When she's winning, that's been the key, and it's gotten her out to a love 40 start here to try to make it 4 breaks in a row. In this set on court 7. There it is. So 4 straight breaks from 2-all here. It was a clutch hold from Mert from 1540 to get to 2-all. And since then, we have traded 4 breaks in a row. To get to 4-all, and let's see if Sholokhova can turn things back around. That was a good finish to that game, back to what got her rolling early in the match, which is a heavy ball deep that Mert just doesn't have a lot of options to do anything with. On the flip side, Mert needs to find her way to dictate. Point goes to Sholokhova there. But I tell you what, it was, you may not have caught it, but very good play by Mert. Sholokhova early in the match with some of those high balls was looking up and watching to see where Mert went before she hit the ball to hit to the open court. She did the same thing there, but Mert didn't move. She just stood in the middle of the court and didn't give her any indication one way or the other which way she was going to move. Didn't broadcast the open court to Sholokhova. And Sholokhova put both balls back to her playable. Mert just missed the second one. But a very heady play from Mert there not to move too early. Sholokhova not pleased with a very poor double fault, not even really close there. She takes it out on the ball. Oh. And you hear Sholokhova talking to herself, maybe even to her coach on the side. I can't serve, she says. She's right. That's back-to-back double faults to make it 15-40. And Mert now looking for our 5th straight break of the second set. And there it is.
Georgia leads 5 games to 4, second set. First set, Wisconsin.
Sholokhova routinely now taking her frustration out on the ball, as we've now had 5 straight breaks in set number 2. And Icicle Mert is going to serve. So if Mert can stem the run of 5 straight breaks here, she can serve a set out. You see indeed Chaps, Associate Head Coach Jared Chaplin with some words for Mert there, saying understand where you want to serve and go with the first ball. I'm going to take a leap here and say that's not where she wanted to go with the first ball. She looked like she had a plan and really leaned into that forehand right off the top of the frame, straight up in the air. That ball, I believe, just clipped the net on the serve for Mert. Sholokhova unable to time the return after that slight adjustment to the ball off the net. So 15-30 now for Mert. Oh. You could see Mert. She hit the 2 tough ones, got the shoulder high forehand and just sailed it. Looked like she, at the last second, let up just a tad, as she had a pretty big opening That might have been the thought was, hey, I don't have to go so hard. And she draws the miss there. Off the serve into the Sholokhova forehand, so 30-40. She came back from 15-40 at 1-2. Can she do the same at 5-4 to take a set? We will see. Wow. What a point from both. But it was Sholokhova in the end.
Go back.
Right there. Mert unable to reach it. So 5-all. You heard Mert saying to herself, so bad. I don't think it was so bad. She just didn't hit any terrible balls there. Just never put it away, and they both played some great defensive balls. In the end, she just gave Sholokhova a little too much opening on that last one. So 6 breaks in a row from 2-all to 5-all here in the second. We got there in 2 completely different ways, but we've been at 5-all in both sets now. It was just a break each in the first. Break at 1-2 for Sholokhova, then a break at 5-3 for Mert in the first. Here in the second, it's just been 6 straight breaks from 2-all. See which one of these 2 ladies can finish out a 5-all set. 5th seeded Sholokhova could punch her way into the round of 32 if she can. Mert looking to force a third. Again, draw of 64 in singles here. If you make the quarters, you get to punch your ticket to NCAAs. That means 3 wins. Everybody looking for 3 main draw wins. That would get you to the quarters and lock up your bid into the NCAA tournament. Of course, you'd like to go on and win it, as Sholokhova did last year. Oh.
30-15.
Mert's still looking at her. That ball tailing in, and Mert was committed to the forehand and couldn't move over fast enough and just ended up swatting it from in front of her face. Mert returning that ball to the other court. Head coach Per Nilsson kicks it on over to Piskauskas. So 3 chances here now for Sholokhova to stop the run of 6 straight breaks in the set and take a 6-5 lead as she did in the first and put the pressure on Mert. And it's a winner from Sholokhova to make it 6-5. So we'll change ends now on serve here. For Icigo Mert, this is exactly where she sat in the first set, 5-6 serving, needing a hold to get to a breaker. Didn't get it there. Gonna need it here or the match will be over. Look, Sholokhova's looking at that line. She wanted to call it out, but knows that her next overrule is a point penalty, so didn't want to give it up. And again, Sholokhova bending over there. You're just hard to tell whether she's disappointed with the ball she gave Mert or if there's something wrong. Beautiful winner down the line there from Sholokhova. Makes it 30 all, and now definitely putting a little pressure on Mert here. Trying to hold to send this one to a tie break. deep from Mert. And now the pressure's really on, as that's going to bring up a couple match points for Sholokhova here. And that ball deep. And Sholokhova escapes 7-5, 7-5. Give you one more look at match point. And that deep ball right there makes it 7-5, 7-5 for your 5 seed from the University of Wisconsin, Maria Sholokhova, as she finds a way through here in the round of 64. She'll move on to the round of 32. And that's going to do it for our women's featured match of the day. We will be back right here, same place. Look for the stream not before 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central, as we're going to have Princeton's Top Nidden Johnson taking on Illinois' Kenta Miyoshi for our featured men's match of the day. Until then, I've been your host, Chris Halioris, and you've been watching your featured match from Cary at the 2025 ITA All-American Championships. We'll see you again shortly.